Sun versus web. The sun could end the internet, and we're not ready. The internet feels unstoppable, a vast invisible web connecting billions of people, powering everything from finance to friendships. But what if one day, in a matter of hours, it all went dark? Experts warn that the greatest threat to our global network might not come from hackers or wars, but from the sun itself. The hidden threat above us. Every 11 years or so, the sun reaches a peak in its activity cycle, unleashing powerful solar storms, massive bursts of charged particles and magnetic energy known as coronal mass ejections, CMEs. When these storms head toward Earth, they can cause geomagnetic disturbances that ripple through the planet's atmosphere and magnetic field. Most of the time, Earth's magnetic shield protects us, but a strong enough solar blast, like the kind that happens once in a century, could knock out satellites, power grids, and the undersea cables that keep the internet alive. History's warning: the Carrington Event. This isn't just science fiction. In 1859, a massive solar storm known as the Carrington Event struck Earth. Telegraph lines sparked, operators were shocked, and glowing auroras lit up skies as far south as the Caribbean. If a similar event hit today, the damage would be catastrophic. Unlike the 19th century, our modern world runs entirely on electronic lifelines, from navigation systems and banking networks to data centers and cloud storage. Why the internet is so vulnerable? It might surprise you, but the weakest link in our digital world lies deep beneath the oceans. The global internet depends on over 400 submarine cables carrying data between continents. Solar storms generate geomagnetically induced currents that can overload transformers and power systems, especially those connected to long undersea lines. If these cables or their repeaters were to fail, huge parts of the web could go offline for weeks or even months. Even worse, satellite systems and GPS, essential for global communication and logistics, could also be disrupted, turning the world into digital chaos. Experts are sounding the alarm. NASA and space weather scientists have long warned of the potential for a solar internet apocalypse. In 2021, researcher Sangeetha Abdujyothi presented a chilling study showing that a severe solar storm could disable the global network for months, particularly affecting regions far from the equator like North America and Europe. Hercules warning systems like NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory monitor the sun for flare activity. Engineers are exploring hardened cables and better grounding to resist geomagnetic surges. Governments are developing space weather protocols to protect vital infrastructure, but full protection remains elusive. The scale and unpredictability of solar storms make them a formidable enemy. The sun's next act. The sun's current cycle, known as Solar Cycle 25, is expected to peak between 2024 and 2026, with more frequent and intense solar flares already being recorded. While a catastrophic event remains unlikely, scientists say it's a matter of when, not if. And when it happens, humanity may find out just how fragile our digital civilization really is. The takeaway. The internet feels infinite, but it's tethered to a planet still at the mercy of cosmic forces. If the sun ever decides to roar at full power again, our glowing screens may flicker to black, and the silence that follows will remind us how dependent we become on invisible threads of light. Until then, we can only hope that when the next solar storm comes, our technology is ready to weather the sun's fury.